on, this guy made that.
And we are trying to make big machines. So this is the machine we want to build. It's going to be a big 3-liter bucket of liquid metal spinning around. Yes. And all those pistons are going to hit on the side and make the process NPX. The soap and the liquid metal, make some steam, make some turbine engines, there you go. So we didn't only do a nice little video like that, we also started to make some hardware. So this is one of the big plasma injector that inject the plasma in the center at a lukewarm temperature of 2 degrees C. Still need to compress it to 150 though, so that's not quite a deal. And this is a small tank, about 1 meter diameter with 14 pistons. The real machine is 3 meters pistons, so that's not quite a done deal. So right now we're building all those machines at scale. And in the next 5 years, we hope to manage to make this big machine all together and demonstrate that fusion will work. So most people think about energy in the future.
He's finally mowing that lawn.
But actually, this is not quite true. Fusion is coming. And it is coming much sooner than we think. Like the big lab with their laser and the tokamak is almost there. It can almost make fusion. So now the thinking is a little changing. It's changing from can we do it to can we do it cost effectively. And there's a small bunch of little companies that are starting to look into that and joining the race to make fusion because we can all see that there's a big jackpot at the end. So somebody, somewhere, is going to crack that nut pretty soon. And with a bit of chance, it's going to be general fusion. Thank you.
Qdoba's prime time still make you want to celebrate everything. Crispy chips, mountains of toppings, and most importantly, queso. Topped with our new in-house jalapenos. Each bite is a perfect combination of flavor. Celebrate and celebrate at Qdoba Mexican Eats.
And it shows a really remarkable sight. If you look at the United States, you can easily pick out all of our major cities, all of our major populations. See Washington, New York, Boston, Chicago, Los Angeles, etc. And if we expand that, and we look not just at the United States, but we look at the entire world, we see this incredibly awesome sight. All of the major population centers of the entire world. Night. Light is just pouring off of it. So electricity that you can make out the United States, you can see Europe, you can look down and see India, China, Japan. And you can start to ask yourself, how much electricity are we actually consuming? And so if we look at this by country, what we see is something that's really remarkable, is that from 1980, first of all, in the United States, the amount of electricity that we're consuming just continues to increase. But China, starting around 2000, is industrialized, and their consumption is taking off. And if you look, you'll also see that India is doing something very similar. It's just starting to take off. So instead of looking at it by country, let's just add all this up. And where are we getting this electricity from? Where are our sources? And so now, what's shown here on this chart is from 1830 to 2010. You can see what happens until we get to about the 20th century when we start to burn more and more coal. Right around 1950 into 1960, the amount of oil that starts to consume just takes off. And with that, you can see natural gas become a major player, hydroelectric, nuclear fission. And the question that is that you have to ask yourself, how long does this sustain? How long can we do this? There are power plants in the United States and 1,000 more across the entire planet. how much fuel does a power plant need in a single year? Just one power plant in a single year. That power plant burns coal. Then in a single year, you have trains of coal, and each one of those trains will have 100 cars on it. If your power plant is burning in that single year, you're going to bring in 11 super tankers, millions of barrels of oil. If your power plant is a nuclear plant, you're still going to have to bring in 1.5 barrel carts full of fission fuel. And you put it all there, and it paints a picture of the world that is very troubling, because there's just no way that we can sustain this forever. And so the question becomes, what would our perfect source of energy look like? What characteristics would you like to see in a perfect source of energy? And I asked myself this same question, and I wrote down a list, and it might be similar to the list that you have. But if I'm going to make a perfect source of energy, then the first thing I want is for this energy to be clean. I don't want any pollution. I want it to be environmentally clean. I don't want to have to rip up the earth to try to get to this source of energy. I want it to be very abundant. I need there to be a lot of it, because you can see that our electrical needs, our energy needs are just increasing. My perfect source of energy is available anywhere for everyone. I don't want to have to worry whether the sun is shining or the wind is blowing. I want to be able to have this perfect source of energy anywhere I need. I don't want to have to use up very much land. So it should be relatively
I saw sparks fly.
No.